Let's do a makeup look inspired by moldy bread while I talk about my 3 favorite mushrooms. And what better palette to use than one inspired by mushroom and fungi? If you guys didn't know, I've been obsessed with mushrooms for about 10 years, and it's something that I've rarely talked about on here. At number 3, we have the inky cap mushroom. This mushroom is obviously named after the black substance that it oozes, which mimics ink, and that substance can even be used to actually create ink for calligraphy. This one's probably number 3 just because I like how pretty it is. It's honestly just a cool looking mushroom. At number 2, we have the lion's mane mushroom, which is not only a culinary mushroom, but it's also a medicinal mushroom. Like many other culinary mushrooms, it's used as a meat substitute, except this one's pretty cool because it can be used as a lobster replacement due to its texture. But like I said, it's not just a culinary mushroom, it's also a medicinal mushroom, and one that has promising studies for something called NGF, which is nerve growth factor. The studies show that it can be used to stimulate the growth of the neurons in your brain. There's been studies on it to see if it can help people with things like Parkinson's or other neurodegenerative diseases. And like the inky cap mushroom, I think it also just looks really cool. Lastly, we have one of the rarest mushrooms in the world, the agaricon, also known as the Lorcophamus officinalis. This mushroom tends to grow in old growth forests, and it's said to be used in native ritual for things like textiles and masks. Because of how difficult it is to cultivate, as well as deforestation, the population is unfortunately significantly declining. There's also research being done on the agaricon for its potential antiviral properties. For a lot of people, mushrooms and fungi signify death, decay, and even inedible food, but mushrooms and fungi are an incredibly important part of how our world works. They feed us, keep our delicately balanced ecosystems going, provide us with things like ink, and honestly, I couldn't imagine living in a world without mushrooms. Anyways, this is the final look inspired by moldy bread.